And let's talk about the second row, the back seat here. We're going to start with our door panel right here. You'll notice the very nice finish, very comfortable armrest. A lot going on here. We're going to have our switches right there for the seats that are power adjustable, whether you're sliding it back and forth or changing the seat back position. You can recline that or take recline out. Also has seat memory. Now, as far as our switches go right here, our buttons, you can raise and lower the windows. You can raise and lower the power shades that are built into the windows, the power privacy shades that are going to be here for your right and left side doors. You can also open and close the shade for the panoramic sunroof, and you can determine which side that's on. Nice large door bin. You can see the interior lighting, our ambient lighting right here. Very nice ambient lighting here in the interior. Now, the illuminated door sill is there, something that we don't always get to show, but it's dark enough in here to see that. And I can only tell you about it, but the mohair floor mats are so incredibly comfortable. I think if I was riding back here, I would want to have my shoes off. It is that comfortable. Really, really nice. Panoramic sunroof is here. Nothing out of the ordinary. The front portion will open if you need to do that, and obviously you can bring your power shade back and forth depending on what you want to do. Now, I am going to hop on inside here and show you a couple of very interesting things. Now, you have tons of space back here. I can move the seat back and forth if I want to, just like that. Doesn't go that far, but I can also recline a little bit more. But that's nothing compared to what we can do. I'm going to bring the seat up a little bit just so you can see the seat back moving just like that. We're going to have our screen right here on the back of each seat, so everybody can take advantage of that back here depending on what they want to do. You can see what all is there, all the different details and information. We can go to settings right here if we want to. And depending on what your passengers want to do, headphones, language, screen timeout, and screen reset if they want to do that. All of that's going to be here. Easy to figure out, nice and simple to use technology. But what's really cool, well, first of all, let's talk about the design here. You can see the different design patterns that we have and the different finishes going on with these seats. It looks really nice. All of the belt buckles are going to be illuminated, as you can see right there. That's a nifty little thing. But what's even more nifty is when I push this button right here. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to bring this area forward, show it to you in real time. And this is the command center of this back seat area. Now, I will just real quick show you, there's a little bit of storage space in there. That's all fine and good, but guess what? Even far more cool than that. When I touch the screen right there, we slide to open. Here is where we're going to have a lot of really interesting details. And we're going to start right here with the seats. So here's what happens. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to use the seat on the passenger side over there. And we're going to recline that. And we're going to let you see what happens in real time as it does its thing. Now, you'll see that the passenger seat moves forward automatically to give the space needed for everything to come out and do its thing. You're going to have a few different things. Now, there's a couple of different things you can do here. We've got the footrest right there if we want to take advantage of that. And that's not all we have. We also have this area right here that's going to support the legs. We can bring that out, and it is so comfortable. Really, really cool things. Now, there's only one difference between the passenger side and the driver's side, is you don't have the footrest over here on the driver's side, or the rear of the driver's seat. And to set that stuff or reset it, we're just going to hit reset on the screen right there, and that brings everything back into place. If you don't know, this is actually meant to be a vehicle where people are chauffeured around. So there's only going to typically be the driver in the front seat. If you can afford $270,750, you can afford a chauffeur, right? And then I'm going to have my cameraman jump on inside here, and we're going to go over the screen a little bit more and show you a little bit more of what's going on here. So depending on what seat you want, you can choose the passenger side over there, which is right here, or we can choose the driver's side. We can choose what areas we're working with, what we want to do with all of that. You can reset it, obviously. We can take advantage of quite a few different things. You can actually do this manually if you want to by just holding this down, and you'll see that here we go. The seat or the leg rest is coming up right here. Now it's a little bit difficult for me because my feet are now stuck under the driver's seat. But just to show you what's going on, we can do that a couple of different ways. Now you're also going to have your seat heat right here if you want to take advantage of that, and your massage function. So depending on what you're doing there, you can turn that on just like this, and you can actually increase that depending on how aggressive you want it to be, or decrease it if you want to do that. We can turn that back off right there. If you want to take advantage of the cup holders, we push the cup right there, select that, and this area, it takes a few seconds. You have to be patient to spend all this money, right? And then we just move that out of the way, and there are your cup holders. And to get rid of that or get that out of the way, we just touch that section on the screen again. It brings everything back and makes everything easy to deal with. We'll run right back here just to show you what else is here. We can also control the blinds from this screen right here if we want to, just so you can see what's going on where that is going to be concerned. We also have the body and soul seats, and guess what? That's not only in the front, it's going to be in the rear as well, so you'll actually feel the music coming through the seats. That's impossible to do anything more than tell you about right here, because you can't feel it the way we can. You can also come in here and adjust the ambient lighting depending on what you want to do where that is going on. And we have our ambient lighting, which is, you saw that in the door bin earlier. We've got quite a few different options depending on your personal desires. And then we can come back out of that. You can see what else is here, and that's what we're going to have. Now, if we want to bring this back up, we're going to get the camera out of the way real quick, and I'm going to select right here because this is going to come back up. We just touch it right there, and it comes back up and gets neatly out of the way, making things nice and easy, especially if you need to have another passenger sitting here in the center. And how about the command center for air conditioning and connectivity? So we're going to have 4 zones of climate control, dual in the front, dual in the rear. And back here we can adjust fan speed if we want to right here. We can push in on that and also come in here and turn on the heated seats or the ventilated seats. And you'll see the surround on these controls. That's different from other Range Rovers out there. Just one of those little things you're paying for. Got our air conditioning vents here. Those are not all we have. There's also some air conditioning vents up there where the oh crap handle is. We're going to have the power outlet right down here. Quite a bit of connectivity. So there's the power outlet, the 110. We're going to have the 12 volt and a couple of USBs will be here as well. And right here, we also have a very deep area right there. Stick my hand down in there for you. Quite a bit of space as far as storage with the center console for your rear seat passengers.